Are you a hiker who finds themselves struggling on the trail even though you actually do train for your hiking adventures? In this video, I'm going to break down the 6 most common mistakes that I see hikers make in the gym and how to fix them so the next time you hit the backcountry, you're stronger than ever. My name's James Appleton. I'm a certified strength and conditioning coach and a licensed hiking guide. And my mission is to help hikers everywhere get stronger, become more capable, and ultimately more confident in the backcountry so they can have the best mountain adventures possible. And I believe it starts with your physical preparation, AKA your training. And right off the bat, if your training is kind of like a spin class, we've got a lot of work to do. So let's start fixing it. But first, hit that like and subscribe button, and let's dive in. Mistake number 1, skipping upper body days. Yes, I get it. Hiking, it's a leg dominant sport, but it's not a leg only sport. Why do hikers feel the need to skip that upper body training? You're wearing a loaded backpack all day long. You're pulling yourself up and over blowdowns. You're pulling yourself up boulders, climbing boulders. You're catching yourself when you slip. You're using trekking poles to help power yourself up the mountain. That's all upper body work. None of you are professional hikers. We may want to be out there all day long, but we're not. So having an upper body that is strong is necessary for life, but it's also clearly necessary for when you're out on the trail. So don't skip these things. Still build that upper body strength because a stronger body is a lot less likely to break. We all know shoulders can get injured out there, and an injured shoulder is going to send you home. We don't want that. Do not skip bench day, hikers. Trust me. You'll look better too, and we all know that everybody kind of wants that too deep down. So here's what to do. Start incorporating all things upper body as well into your training. I'm talking shoulder presses, bench presses, rows, pull-ups, weighted carries. All of these things should be in your weekly programming so that you get strong shoulders, strong back, strong arms, and all of these things are going to help carry you up and down the mountain more safely and more efficiently. Mistake number 2, endless cardio. This is probably the biggest mistake I see hikers make, just doing endless hours of cardio. Cardio, nonstop, thinking that cardio is the key to the castle. And yes, it's obviously important for what we do as hikers, but if it's all you're doing and you're not also building strength, then realistically, you're just also burning through the muscle mass that you're going to need to power your body up the trail and back down the trail. Muscles are what keep your joints safe and keep your joints strong. So we need that muscle mass. So if cardio is your main go-to, I hate to break it to you, but you're actually doing yourself a disservice. So here's what to do. You need a balanced week of training. 2 to 3 days a week of pure strength training, and then your other day or 2 a week of cardio. You love running, you love that endurance work. Great, do that for a couple days a week, but then a couple days that are dedicated to strength training. And that doesn't mean you can't also train the heart while you're training the muscles. You're still going to do those things at the same time, but focus on building that muscle mass for at least 2 to 3 days a week on top of your endurance work. Cardio is going to support your hiking endeavors, but it's strength that is going to completely transform your ability when you are in the backcountry. Mistake number 3, training too light. Speaking of strength training, lift heavy weights. We have this idea that light weight for high reps to tone is the way to go. A lot of people think that they're going to turn into some pro bodybuilder because they lift some heavy weights for a few months. You need real strength to help power yourself up the ascents and keep your body resilient mile after mile. Remember, we want a strong body that's not going to break when we're in the backcountry. If you train too light, you're not going to give your body a reason to have to improve, to have to get stronger. And ultimately, that's why you're there, right? That's why you're training to get your body ready to go. So here's what to do instead. No more than 20 to 30 rep sets. Instead, train in that 5 to 15 rep range. 15 being you actually want that muscle burn. 5 to 10 being I'm focused on trying to get my muscles and joints stronger. So kind of play in that ballpark. But if the weight isn't heavy enough to challenge you, you're ultimately not going to get the results that you're looking for. So make sure the weight isn't too light. And you should be struggling to lift that last 2 or 3 reps. If you're not, then again, the weight is too light for what you're doing, and it's not going to give you what you're looking for. Progress these lifts week after week, and that is how you're going to build legs and a body that just won't quit on you when you're out there. Mistake number 4, ignoring your core and your backpack strength. When in life do you actually wear a loaded backpack for miles on end outside of hiking? Probably never. So therefore, it's a very important aspect to hiking, so you should train for it as well and use the same mentality that we just talked about with not training too light. Put a heavy backpack on and make sure your core gets strong, because a weak core is going to result in a painful day out on the trail. That lower back will start barking and could also lead to injury. So what should you do? Make sure you're doing things to make that core strong by wearing a heavy backpack, doing some rucks, doing some weighted carries, planks, squats, deadlifts. These are things that are going to get your core strong, right? Because a strong core will hold that backpack all day without pain. And weekly rucks. Ultimately, it's really the only way to get good at carrying that backpack is to actually carry the backpack. Make it heavy, make your core strong. That way, when you get out on the trail, that backpack feels light. Speaking of light, mistake number 5, not implementing progressive overload in your training. All right, don't leave yet. We get it. Progressive overload. It's a big word. Progressive overload is just simply adding a little bit of weight or a little bit of reps week after week after week. Because if you're lifting the same weight or running the same 3 miles every single week, you're not actually training. You're just maintaining at that point. Your body has no need to get better. It has no need to adapt and grow. So if you are not implementing this progressive overload principle into your strength training, I hate to break it to you, but you're just working out. You're not training. So here's what to do. Progressive overload means adding weight or adding reps or even adding sets. So I want you to track your lifts, and if the bar isn't getting heavier, you're not adding weight or adding reps, your fitness isn't going to be going up, and that's not what we're here to do. We're here to get strong. So stop lifting the same weight and the same reps week after week. Start getting heavier. Mistake number 6, neglecting your nutrition and recovery. Muscle is not built in the gym. It is built in your sleep when you recover. And you need your nutrition to support that training that you're doing. Training is going to break down your body, your recovery, and your nutrition is going to rebuild it stronger. Because if all we do is break down our body, but we don't give it the nutrition and the recovery, the sleep that we need to grow again, all we're doing is breaking it down. That doesn't really help us. We need to make sure we're giving it what it needs to grow back stronger, to come back a better version. It's very simple. Here's what I want you to do. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Get it when you can, and make sure you're eating enough protein to support your recovery, 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight, and then make sure you're hydrating and just fueling your training with intention, right? Eat some carbs before and after your training so that you got the energy you need for the training. Go hammer, and then when you're done, make sure you eat your protein, get some sleep so that you're ready to go for your next training session. Now, fixing these mistakes will drastically improve your strength and your stamina when you get out on the trail, but there's one more factor that separates the casual hikers from the elite mountain athletes, and that is training with structure and purpose. And that is where your old buddy James comes in. If you are ready to stop guessing and start building real trail strength and show up to the mountains more prepared than ever before, click the link below to book a free strategy call and learn about my one-on-one coaching and my group coaching programs that I offer to help hikers become their strongest selves. We'll make sure that you have a complete training plan fit for you, for your budget and your needs, and then you will have the structure that you need so that you can hike strong for life, because having adventures until the day we die is the name of the game, and that's what we're here to do. So book a call with me today, and I'll see you on the call. In the meantime, leave a comment about what subject you want me to cover to help you become a stronger, more physically fit mountain athlete. And don't forget to click that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.